guys, this is Kelly. Happy New Year. This is 2018, my first layout for the year. I cannot believe that I'm saying that. It just seems like yesterday that it was, January of last year. It's crazy how much time flies. So today I am bringing to you a process video for stuck sketches. I just had up the sketch a couple of seconds ago, and I am going to be using this gorgeous cut file by Paige Evans and the Crate Paper Fa La La collection. So I'm not going to show you all of me backing this cut file. It does take me a while, but this is something that I enjoy doing, so I don't mind doing this. And I also find that if I'm in a creative slump, using a cut file helps because it really takes out a lot of the decisions. There's only so much that can be done with the page, especially when it's a cut file as large as this one. So like I said, I'm not going to be showing you all of me backing it. I'm just trying to pick out some colors that are going to go well with my photos. I'm going to be documenting 3 of my new ornaments this year. I'm going to journal about it in my December daily, so I'm not going to do as much journaling on this, if at all. And, I have mixed feelings about that, but when I finished with the layout, I really didn't have any room for it, and I couldn't figure out how to get it to where I would be able to pull out something from behind. So it is what it is, and it's okay. I do like to tell the stories, and I am going to really, especially for one of the ornaments, dive in deep with the story behind it. So I did cut out quite a bit of this because this video was over 30 minutes at 4 times the speed. It just took me a while. I kept in parts of like backing the cut file, and I cut out me applying the clear gesso because you guys have seen that. I tried to keep all of the good parts in, like me doing the mixed media background, but for time's sake, I just wanted to, let you know that it did take me about 2 hours to do this layout. So I am drying the mixed media because I'm in a hurry. I'm also in my jammies because lately the only time I've had to be able to scrapbook is in the morning before anybody else gets up. I don't know if you guys are like that, if anybody else is with me on that. I was just showing you I hadn't had enough coffee. I spilled my Heidi Swap Gold Color Shine, and obviously that I needed to drink more coffee so I could wake up and not spill something. So have let this dry. Like I said, I used my heat tool so that it would dry quicker, and I decided that I want to back these 3 photos with some pattern paper. Now, when I'm choosing the pattern papers to go behind these photos, I want things that are going to read as solids or pretty close to it, or give high contrast, which is why I'm picking that black and white beautiful buffalo check. I wish I had more of that paper. So what I'm choosing also colors that I am not, that the photo is not on top of, if that makes sense. So because the ornament, that the hummingbird ornament is on a red ornament, I am choosing green and that black and white check for it to pop off, because I really want to be able to see the photo, because it is definitely about these photos. So the ornaments that I'm doing, the one that I just backed, the one that has Santa and Frosty, these are new ornaments to my collection. I love vintage looking ornaments. These are shiny bright, and I love the glass. Glass ornaments are just definitely some of my favorite things, especially now that the kids are older. My cats are old, they're not going to be batting them. So when I see things like this that have that vintage feel, I will buy them. So those were a couple of new ones. The cruise ship was one that I found, and I thought it was perfect since we took a family cruise for the first time ever this year, and that was just to document the cruise. And the hummingbird is like an ode to my mother-in-law. So I left that little brief part in because I'm coming back the next morning and I wanted to show you how I tried to flatten out the layout overnight. I put some heavy things. I have this heavy crystal, I guess it was an ashtray. I don't know what it used to be. I just put some ephemera in it and I put that on top with a couple of other things to try to flatten it out, and it really did work well. So if you're looking for something, you know, if the buckling is something that bothers you, if you put heavy objects on it overnight, it really does work. So I'm taking these stamps from Citrus Twist and I'm using this gorgeous gold ink I got from Allie Edwards' site. And I'm just stamping some stars on the background. I wanted to do something a little bit festive, a little bit different. And I do love the way that that gold really shines on the background. So if I had anything to do, I would change this right here. I used the wrong ink, I'm guessing, for this. I should have pulled out my ink for mixed media. The stamp that I'm using says, "These are a few of my favorite things," and that is an older Citrus Twist stamp set. And I love the way that it looks, and I, you know, thought that it would be neat just to stamp under it. But the stamp that says, "These are a few of my," bled a little bit on the mixed media. So I don't show you how I fix it because I walk away from it for a day or two and then I come back and fix it. And I just did it off camera because I just wanted to get it done. But you'll see it in the close-ups. Basically, I stamp over 2 different labels and I layer the labels up underneath the photo. And I just nudge the 2017, those are Heidi Swapp glitter alpha stickers. I nudged those down just a hair, and then I found a puffy sticker from Pink Fresh Studio to put on. There was like an empty spot on the labels, and that just helped to ground it and round it out and make it look much better. And that way I didn't have to look at where the ink bled a little bit on the background. So at this point, I am trying to figure out what I'm going to do with my title. I cut out some of me playing around because there was a lot of playing around. I pulled out some sequins from Spiegel Mom Scraps, and I loved the way that they looked on the background. Again, it's Christmas. It's, you know, this is definitely a time that you can pile on the bling, and, you know, I chose the clear sequins, and I loved that little bit of glitz that it added. What I couldn't figure out and what I was having a hard time with is I was trying to stay too close to the sketch with something. And the bottom had called for like a strip of pattern paper or, you know, washi or something like that. And all of the photos were grounded at the bottom. So I've taken my photos and I've nestled them in the ornaments because I thought that that looked best. And I'm trying to figure out how I can at least get my title down or what I can do to stay close to the sketch with that part. And I'm going to end up taking off that gold glitter washi tape. I wish that I had had a full sheet of this paper from the Fa La La collection. It is a craft and it's got some gold glitter words on it, and it's gorgeous. But I didn't have the whole sheet, so I couldn't figure out how I could back it without just chopping into it too much. And, you know, sometimes, I don't know, maybe if you're like me, it's just, you know, the middle of December, and I'm a little stressed, and, you know, there's a lot of things going on, a lot of things I feel like I need to do, and my creative juices were not flowing. So I ended up taking the title, and I thought that what I would do is take the washi and tear it in half and use that bit of gold to ground my title. And my title is going to be simple. It's just new ornaments. I am one of those that each year will get a few new ornaments, and I will try to purge my collection and donate a few that just I don't love anymore. You know, I'm trying not to be a hoarder when it comes to all things Christmas. I can very much be that way, My husband would definitely say that I am, but when I see other people and when I see other things, I'm definitely not. It's just his view. But, you know, I am trying to be good, so when I bring in something new, out something old goes. So I like the label under the title, but I wasn't digging the washi tape. And again, this is another morning that I've come back to finish this layout. Like I said, it has just been crazy and my creative time has been very limited. I am using a jewel picker. Mari turned me onto this and I found it and I love it. For whatever reason, the sequins don't stick to my finger. I see some people can just, you know, use their finger and pick them up and then put the glue down. Mine will not do it. So that has definitely been helpful. I tried to use the silhouette sticky pin thing. I'm not sure what that's called. And I could never get the sequins to come off the end. They'll stick great, but I couldn't get them to set on the page. So this does work better for me. So these are Pink Fresh Studio Black Alphas that I'm using, and this cursive font works really well with this page for a couple of reasons. First of all, the black, I needed some contrast on this page, and I had tried gold and it was just too much gold. And this cursive font works well because I have a lot of, I shouldn't say a lot, but I have several different things that have a plain font, like a typed font, a typewriter, or I forget what I'm trying to say with the style of font. There's a word for it. I can't think of it. But anyway, it's a totally different font. And sometimes when you have several similar styles, it really makes a huge impact if you put your title in something completely different. So that was what I chose for that, and I really like the way that it looks. So that's it for me. Be sure and check out the blog post. There are some beautiful pages with the sketch this month. I will link it in the detail section below. And if you have time to join us, be sure and join us because we always randomly give out prizes from some great sponsors. And I have some close-ups at the end. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope you guys have had a wonderful holiday season and have a very merry New Year. That's not what you want to say. Happy New Year. I'll see you guys soon. Take care.